Hey guys, so for today's video, I wanted to rank my interests so I can plan out what I want to do or focus on this year. Um, it's kind of just like a way to get to know myself better, I guess, I suppose, and for you guys to get to know me better too. Um, and I guess starting off, I'm gonna go from like bottom up. Um, I think last place is going to be Overwatch for me. And the reason is, oh, maybe I should cut this actually. And I put it in D tier because I still like it. It's not like I wouldn't spend time on it anyway. But for me, Overwatch or Overwatch 2 now, it's just like fun with friends, but it's not something I would spend time myself on because like solo queuing Overwatch 2 right now is just not fun. You either, I think meta right now is like Hog and um, what was it? Hog, Orisa. Yeah, I think those are two. Oh, maybe Sigma too. But aside from Sigma, those characters are just very boring to play. And I'm a Winston main, right? So I hate playing into Hog. But solo queue in general is just not as fun as with friends. So I put it in D tier. Next one for me is going to be exercising. Um, and I mean, the thing about exercising is like I hate it, but it's like necessary. And I made a resolution. I don't know how long it'll last, but to exercise more. So pretty much like every day I wake up at 7:30, and if I decide to work remotely, then I exercise like before I start working. And if I decide to go to the office, then I exercise when I come back. And so so far I've been keeping up with it. Not sure how long it'll last. Like the first week was pretty hard. Like on like Friday, like my legs were like kind of dead. So I was like, okay, I don't think I can exercise, but I decided to stretch instead. Um, but yeah, I mean, it definitely helps me fall asleep at night more because I'm tired, so I can actually get like full sleep. Usually when I'm only remote and like not doing anything, then I wake up at like 3 or 4 a.m. and just like I don't know, it just I'm just not as tired, I guess. So exercise is definitely up there. I'm gonna put it in A tier, not because I like it, but because I should prioritize it. Um, so yeah, that's that. Not sure why the border changed. Um, the second one for me, or the third one for me, is going to be chess. I really like chess. It's definitely probably my favorite game, but none of my friends play chess, so it's hard to find people to play chess against. There's actually a chess club in downtown Seattle that I want to go to, but it starts at 6 p.m. and my work ends at 5 p.m. So usually I'm just like too tired to actually go to that. But I might do it at some point. It's always the first time that's kind of, you need the courage to walk in. But I think it's not really a priority for me. Like it's not like I want to, it's not like I'm like desperate to make friends or anything like that right now. But I'll put chess probably on the same tier as Overwatch. It's not really like a priority of mine. Um, and then the next one is going to be Japan. And obviously, Japan's not really like a hobby, but I kind of want to go to Japan as much as possible while I'm still, independent. And I don't have any other like obligations, such as like, you know, like a mortgage or spending time with my girlfriend or something. Right now, with the way that I am, I have a lot of free time for myself, right? So kind of want to make the most of it. And I think Japan trip that I did in December last year was just it was really fun. And I can't really think of any other vacation spots I want to really go to right now. Japan has a lot of like tourism related things, so yeah, definitely Japan. I asked my manager if he's okay with me like spending 2 months in Japan and working from there. And he's like, yeah, yeah, sure. So probably in winter of this year, I'll be heading to Japan again. And yeah, I mean, I kind of want to do this like pretty much every year. It's like a nice like change of environment. So I'm gonna put this in a tier. Yeah, I mean, it's not really like yeah. I'll put it in A tier just because I like Japan. That's my reasoning. And the next one is going to be programming projects. The thing about programming projects right now, I have like a couple ideas for what I want to do, such as like an app where there's like a lot of like let's say, I don't know what to say, like pass along games, or like games that you can play with your friends when there's like no internet connection, and you just like, for example, like a word game, like you start with a letter and you append or prepend a letter to it and try to keep adding until you can make a word or something like that. Like these kind of games I think are fun to play when you don't have anything else you can do, and yeah, it's just like a way to, I guess, disconnect and enjoy the company of your friends. Anyway, just that's just like one of my ideas for programming projects, but I think I'm not gonna put it in A tier because it's right now I'm learning a lot through my job, so it's not like I am like looking forward to learning more about programming. And frankly, sometimes I'm like, okay, I do programming for my job, so why am I doing it after work? But yeah, I think eventually I'll probably find the passion for doing a programming project, so I'm gonna put it in B tier for now. So I think this will probably be something that I eventually do during the year when I get bored of like, you know, other things. And the next one's going to be Melee. And Melee is probably my favorite game. The most time invested, obviously. And so I'm pretty confident in my skill. And it's always fun to like play with friends. I don't really play ranked or unranked. Basically, you can play online with like people you don't know. I don't really do that. I just play with like people in the Discord server that I'm in. But I really like spending time with Melee. It's just like a nice way to relax for me. So I would say this would probably be B tier. And the reason is because obviously it's not really like, really that productive. Although you can argue that Japan's not that productive, but I felt productive in Japan. Melee, like it's fun. We don't really get to play it that much lately because people have been playing like more different games. But yeah, Melee is always fun. Next one for me is going to be. Oh, I didn't even realize I put soccer. Soccer, actually, I don't know if this will be where this will end up. Soccer, if you don't know, I've been playing soccer probably from like age 6. And then I kind of stopped at like 18 once I got into college because I didn't want to, play soccer during university. And nowadays I'm just like a casual player. I think soccer is pretty fun. I haven't been able to play for a while, as I said, so not sure. Not sure how I'll be able to organize like, or like find people to play with. I know a couple people, but not enough to have like 11 games. So, oh, actually, I did play in like with like some people that came from Japan. There's like this group that some of my friends are in, and yeah, it was fun. But the people I was playing with, or like the people that came from Japan that I was playing with, were like kind of trying pretty hard, and I was just like there to just kick the ball around and not run as much. So I don't think that kind of environment is as enjoyable. I'm just gonna put this in E tier. Like soccer's fun, but I get exercise, just from like running and at home workouts. So it's not really a priority of mine. Like if I get invited by my friend to like play soccer and it's not with like it's not with try hard people, then I'd play. But it's definitely something that I could just put on the side for now. Last two things, they kind of go together. But basically, Remy is making, or he's like organizing this like band thing, and he invited me to be like the singer. If you don't know, I'm like terrible at singing, but I want to get better. Not just for the band, but also in general. Like it's fun to be able to sing well. Like I want to be able to sing like Paramore songs. But Paramore is like, or Haley is just insane at singing. So eventually I want to be up there. And I think it's like a fun goal because I don't think there's like a limit to how good you can be at singing. Um, and so I don't know how I'll do it. I think for now I kind of want to just like study independently without like a teacher, but maybe at some point I'll be like, okay, I'm not going anywhere and actually find someone to teach me how to sing. I think it's like a voice trainer or something. Um, yeah, so I think singing is going to be one of my priorities this year, because it's fun and it's also something that uh, will be used when I, practice for the band. Speaking of which, that's actually tomorrow, so the first time will be kind of funny because they're gonna be like, "What?" Anyway, and the last thing, the piano. So the piano, like I think I mentioned, or I already released some videos of me playing piano, but I haven't been able to practice, or I haven't, felt the motivation to practice piano for the past couple months. Just because the piece I'm learning right now is kind of hard. Like the key it's in is like pretty hard to remember, and it changes keys like midway through the song, and it's a pretty long song in general. It's actually Yoru ni Kakeru by Yoasobi, if you know what that is. But yeah, I've been feeling kind of dejected for a while, but I want to get back into it. And this kind of relates to singing. I think like whenever I see like singing videos, they're like, "Oh yeah, you should practice with the piano and do like the note that the piano is playing or something." I'm not sure how exactly it goes, but I think it kind of goes hand in hand with singing, just getting better at music. And I put this in B, and the reason is because I'm probably not expected to play the piano in the band. If I am, then well, good luck me. But also, I don't want to overload tier A, the priority one, because then I would have to like split time between singing and piano, and I think that's bad for improvement. So exercising, it's like going to be like pretty much like every day, every weekday. And I expect or I hope that eventually it'll just be natural. I just wake up 7:30 naturally, and then be like, okay, it's raining outside, but whatever. I'll just wear my. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I need to buy clothes to actually be able to get out in the rain more. I should write that down somewhere. Anyway, so exercise, Japan trip. That's just the main. That's just like November, December. I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go to Japan. Saving up for it, obviously, and then singing. Singing will be probably the biggest challenge this year. And then yeah, probably do like some programming projects. Obviously, learning a new language is always like there's a you know uh, some time that I have to like spend to get used to it. But I'm confident I can do it. And I have a Mac now, so I can actually develop for iOS, which is great. Um, yeah, Melee, just casually. Piano. Yeah, I think this is a good list for this year. I'll be trying to follow this list. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys.